quite a video today. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm feeling embarrassed. I'm feeling embarrassed at what this video is going to be. Hold on, let me see if this looks better to put I got vanity lights put on around my mirror here, and I want to see if that helps the lighting situation. It's like the middle of the day, but it's pouring rain outside, so it's very like overcast and everything just feels very like moody. Hold on, is that better? I don't know. It might be the same, honestly. As you can probably tell by the title, today we are doing my updated Realization Par collection. If you have not seen part 1, I will leave it linked down below, obviously. That video was filmed just under a year ago. I go through my entire Realization Par collection. I try everything on. I tell you about the pieces and how I bought them or whatever. It had probably taken me like 4 years to accumulate those 12 pieces that I showed in that first video. This is the embarrassing part, okay? So now it's less than a year later and I have 15 additional pieces. That's right, 15. That's embarrassing. This is an insane amount of money that I'm holding in my hands right now. I was like going through my closet and through my purchase history and trying to find everything, and I was like, there's no way. Like, I kept finding more and more pieces, and I was like, what was I on last year? I mean, we all know. I was on something called depression, and this is how I was coping. This is gonna be the same format as the previous video. I'm gonna try on all 15 pieces, share with you my thoughts. As always, any questions, leave them in the comments and I will be as helpful as I possibly can be. I mentioned this in the last video. I will reiterate it again now. I am 5'6". I am 29 years old. I don't know if that matters. I'm a 34D, usually a 29-inch waist. For the most part, I'm like a medium in all Realization, but there are some pieces where it's a little bit different, so I will obviously let you know. I haven't even put on the first thing and I have to change my camera battery. Fuck me. All right, y'all. Just a couple of things about Realization Par right off the bat. Pretty much all of the pieces are 100% silk. They use a lot of like vintage inspired cuts and styles for their dresses. I find that to be incredibly flattering for myself, for my body shape. I feel incredibly confident when I wear these dresses, any of these pieces really. If I don't really know what to wear or I'm just having kind of an off week and I know that I'm going out, I will throw on one of these pieces and it kind of like instantly makes me feel better. I find them to be worth the money. The majority of these pieces I purchase during sale periods. They have multiple sales throughout the year. They don't really have like a set time when the sales happen. I've tried to sort of track it and it seems like they always happen at least once a quarter, I guess you could say. They always have like a zodiac theme. Like it'll be November and it'll be like use code Scorpio for 25% off. So it's always 25% off. I totally recommend waiting until there's a sale. Also, if you're a repeat customer, once in a while you'll get an email with a voucher for $50 off a purchase of $150 or more, something like that. It's free shipping over $300 and they also use like quad pay or zip pay, whatever the hell they're called now. I use that sometimes, but yeah, I always try to purchase during sale periods. You can also find Realization on The RealReal. I have purchased a dress off The RealReal before. I think I have a skirt from The RealReal as well. So I recommend that, or like Vestiaire Collective, Depop, Poshmark, whatever. Like you definitely don't have to pay full price. Most all of the pieces are dry clean only, so keep that in mind. I think that's it. Okay, I have a note on my phone with all of the details for all of the pieces, so let's get into it. The first dress that we have is the Roxy dress, and this is in the black dragon print. I have this dress in a medium. This is a mini dress compared to the other dresses that I have from Realization, but it's definitely not super short. I feel like it covers your butt pretty nicely because it's not super tight and it has this nice kind of like flutter around the hem. It moves really nicely with you, so I feel like this is a really good kind of staple dress to have in your closet because you can get a lot of wear out of it. I've worn it so many times. I literally just wore it 2 weeks ago. I was out at the jazz club and I wore black tights, this dress, black platform shoes, a long coat. I had my hair up. It was like a whole little sophisticated moment. Sort of like cinches in at the waist. It has this nice detailing here on the bust. Because of the detailing where it's sort of like pleated here across the bust, the pattern literally has like tiny little black dragons on it. It sort of elevates your regular little black dress and it makes it feel a little bit more special. So I really love it. I also like the thicker straps here. My arms are like without a doubt my biggest insecurity, and I feel like having the thicker straps sort of helps me feel a little bit more confident. I literally just started the video, but I will say out of anything that I'm gonna show, if you can only buy one piece, if you can only afford one item, I honestly would say this one because it is the most versatile. Everyone needs a black dress. I think it's really easy to dress down with like platform Doc Martens, a leather jacket, or obviously dress it up how I did. And next, I'm actually gonna show you a dress that has a very similar cut here on the top. Realization kind of tends to repeat the same cuts across some of their dresses, and I find that that's very helpful when you find something that you really like and that really works for you. When you see it replicated in other pieces on their site, then you know that that's also gonna be super flattering. Next, we have the Ivy dress in the Eden print. This is also a medium. Hopefully you can tell what I meant by the cut being somewhat similar. It basically has the same sort of like pleated pattern here with the little ruffle in the bust area, just like the Roxy dress did. However, this dress is floor length, as you will soon see. This is a dress that has been on the Realization website for a while. Obviously, I love pink, so people were surprised that I didn't have this one, but it just didn't do anything for me on the website. Like, I really wasn't, I was like, okay, whatever. It really didn't call out to me for any reason. I saw a girl wearing this dress over the summer in East Hampton. She was literally walking down Main Street wearing Converse in this dress. And I thought to myself, oh my God, now I want it. Like, it really took me seeing the dress in motion on someone who like sort of looked like me. She had long blonde hair, it was curled, and I was like, oh, okay, so now I need it. I can't express to you how beautiful the print is up close. It has these just absolutely stunning roses, and it even has like little lavender flowers in there. I personally couldn't tell how intricate and beautiful the pattern was on the website, and even when I saw it on that girl, it took me getting the dress myself and seeing it in front of my own eyes to realize how beautiful the pattern really is. I couldn't tell how vibrant the sort of hot pink was here. Sorry if the lighting just changed, but I'm trying to figure out the best way to show you guys. I don't know what this little detail here is called. If anyone can see this and knows what this is called, I find it so interesting. A couple of dresses that I have this sort of stitch right here, which is shaped like that. I don't know, but I really like it, and I think it's super flattering. Just like the Roxy dress, it kind of comes in right like this, and then it flows out. Obviously, this one is a lot longer, as you can see. I love the way that it kind of flutters around your feet. Like, how cute is that? And hopefully you can see these really nice details here. It has this little like ruffle thing right there, pleating across your boobs. The straps are a little bit loose on me, but this dress doesn't have any zipper or anything. You kind of just pull it on over your head. So having a little bit of extra room here is probably by design. And I really, really love the pattern here. It's incredibly comfortable. This one is one of my favorites. I think I've only worn this one time, so I definitely gotta pull it out again soon. Let's move on to another pink dress. I love this dress. It might be one of my favorites. This is the Marie dress in Anastasia Rose, and I have this in a medium as well. I adore this dress so much. It seems like it's picking up on camera a little bit more red, but it truly looks like magenta hot pink in real life. It's a double layered dress, so there is a red layer underneath that is literally bright red, but then there's this like sheer pink overlay that has these really beautiful sort of like dark burgundy flowers and then also like white flowers. Similarly, this dress goes all the way down to the floor, has a really nice little like flutter here around your ankles when you're walking. It also has, if you can see, this like black silk tie in the back, which I think is really nice to make sure that your waist is really cinched in here. I just tied it loosely right now, but if I had a friend to help me, I would tie it like that. You may know that this is from the Devin Lee Carlson collab with Realization. Obviously, you guys know that I had to get my hands on some pieces from this collection because I am a shameless Devin Lee Carlson stan. This dress just jumped out at me the most because it's obviously this like beautiful magenta hot pink color. This dress is absolutely one of my absolute favorites. I wore this dress out once. Let's just say some sort of like dramatic things happened that night. I just simply didn't get any photos in it. So don't be surprised if I bust this dress out in the near future. Maybe for one of my many birthday celebrations, I feel like it could have a really nice moment. I think this is super versatile. You could definitely wear it during the daytime, in the summer with like sneakers or flip-flops. I've seen a lot of people wear this dress on sort of like beachy vacations. I personally just tend to think about all of my clothes in terms of like how they're gonna look out at night in the club while I'm holding a mezcal margarita. But of course, they're very comfortable and work super well in like warmer climates, obviously, because it's silk and the fabric is pretty breathable. Speaking of Queen Miss Devin Lee, I will show you another dress that I have from that same collaboration. So this is the Sid dress in Diva is the name of this print. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is the dress I'm like slightly insecure in. There is a longer version of the dress and I kind of feel like maybe I should have gotten that one, but I have an incredibly similar sheer leopard dress from Rat and Boa. I will insert a picture of that here so you know what I'm talking about. And it's so similar that I'm like, do I really need two long sheer leopard dresses? So I tried to compromise and get the shorter one, but it is very short. I actually wore this to the Harry Styles concert when I was in Chicago, and I wore it with fishnets, like big boots from Unif, and like an oversized leather jacket. And I actually felt very, very comfortable. I'm not certain if I would feel comfortable wearing this like just out and about in the summertime with like no tights or anything. Maybe like over a bikini. Not that I go to the beach or the pool that often, but possibly. I don't know, it's just something about maybe how sheer it is and how short it is. I guess I like sheer things when they're long or short things when they're not sheer. This dress was obviously named after Devon's sister Sydney. This is without a doubt the shortest realization piece that I have. It is so short. I feel like it barely passes the finger rule. It's also sheer, so I think it being super short and sheer is just like a lot for me, but just to wear it by itself, it kind of looks a little bit more like a slip on me than an actual dress, but you know, I still love it. If you're confident enough to wear something super tiny like this, good for you. I don't know, I have like bigger thighs. This is the part of the video where I remind you that I was a competitive figure skater, but no, I have bigger thighs. They're pretty like muscular. I just feel like shorter things sometimes tend to look not as good on me as they would if I had like a little stick leg. But I do like the leopard pattern. Like I like the coloring of the leopard, if that makes sense. It's a little bit more neutral. It's not super brown, and it has this really nice black satin detailing around the back, adjustable straps. Surprise, surprise, but these are the only pieces that I have from the Devon Lee collab. I know it seems like I have a lot of realization and it maybe seems like I just buy it to buy it, but that's really not the case. I am pretty strict with my color palette. I know what works for me and what doesn't, and I also know what cuts and styles work for me and what don't. I think a lot of things in Devon's collab were just like really not for me, or like I said, I can't justify certain things knowing that I have similar things already in my closet. So I try to be a conscious consumer. I felt like having these two pieces sort of like representing her collab was good enough for me. I'm looking back there and the next like 4 dresses are all different variations of animal print. Clearly, when I say that I know what works for me and what I like, I'm not exaggerating. This is the Scarlet dress in a size medium in purple leopard. I'm obsessed with this dress. I love it so much. I posted a photo in this on my Instagram. I was taking photos in the bathroom at Baby Grand with my friend Mariah. Mariah was intoxicated and failed to let me know that this little like tie here, it's sort of like a keyhole tie and it's meant to be like this. It had come undone. And when I tell you my nipple was out, my full areola, my full nipple, it was out. She was out, but it was a good pic. So I had to do some strategic editing there. Just be wary of that maybe, or be a normal person and wear a bra, I don't know. So the Scarlet dress is not as long as the Marie or the Ivy. It's more of like a midi length. It goes just past your knees, but it still has that nice like fluttered hem there at the end. There's a little tie right here in the front. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it does have a tie in the back as well, just like the Marie, except the tie is in the same print as the dress, so it kind of just blends in. It has a basic sort of like V-cut in the back there. The tie definitely helps to cinch in the waist, just like with the Marie dress, which I think is really nice. It's just a little bit shorter. If you guys watch my first video, then you'll know I had a few dresses that I'd purchased in a size large. They were a little bit too wide around the waist. I said I was gonna get them tailored and I actually haven't. I haven't even tried. Someone commented that maybe the silk wouldn't hold up to tailoring. I just like honestly hadn't gotten around to it. This dress is in a medium, so it's not as big as a large would be, but I appreciate having the tie to like really cinch into my natural waist. I think it's way more flattering that way, and you don't get that weird like sort of gapping of extra fabric here. I love this leopard pattern though, because it's like different shades of purple. It's not even black. It's like a very, very deep purple, and then this really pretty sort of lavendery color. They have this same pattern in a different style dress, but it's a little bit more simple. Like it's kind of just your traditional slip with skinny straps, and I felt like this one was a little bit more interesting with the keyhole cut out here. And as I mentioned before, I feel like these thicker straps just make me more confident about my arms. I tend to gravitate towards dresses that have thicker straps. I wore this dress with my little like clear Zara heels. They're like very tiny little sort of like kitten heels, and they're clear, and just like an oversized black trench jacket. I don't even remember what purse I used. Oh, I used my little baby zebra, tiny little zebra purse when I brought this dress out because I really liked mixing the animal prints, and I thought that was super fun. I think it's very flattering on the top, despite the fact that I randomly have this pimple in the middle of my cleavage that I'm trying to get rid of. So please don't comment about it because I already know. All right, let's keep it going. We have a lot more to get through. Here I am with another animal print dress. Okay, this one I know is the Isabelli dress, and I'm wearing it in a medium, and this pattern is called Animal. How fitting. I have always loved the cut of the Isabelli dress. They've had this dress on their site for quite a while, but I never liked any of the prints that they offered it in. There was like a yellow one, and I freaking hate yellow, and I think there might have been like a red one, but I was always waiting for them to come out with this cut in a pattern that I liked, and they came out with the zebra, and I was like, girl, this is for me. Thank you so much. It's a little difficult to see, but there is a little tie here to cinch in the waist, like we've already established I obviously love. I would say this dress is the same length as the Roxy. It feels slightly longer than the Sid, but that may just be because the Sid has sort of a like rounded hem that comes up on the sides, and this dress and the Roxy just have like a sort of regular hem that still flutters at the end and looks really nice there, but definitely feels super comfortable. I don't feel like we're gonna have any wardrobe malfunctions in this one. I wore it one of the times that I was home in Chicago, I think in the summer, for like a day drinking moment at Federales, just like going wild, running around, drinking margaritas. I'm pretty sure I wore it with like little heeled black sandals that I have. I haven't tried to style this at all in the winter, but honestly, this sounds so bad to say. I like forgot I had this. I forgot that I had this one. So maybe I'll try and wear it in the next couple of weeks. Follow me on Instagram if you are not already, shameless plug. But I feel like I could wear this with black tights, or maybe like knee-high boots or something, and a cute little coat. I think this is definitely something that could be flattering on a lot of different people, a lot of different body types. I'm so tired and I have like 7 things left to try on. Let's keep it moving. It's time for my favorite dress. I am very excited. I love this dress so much, in case you can't tell. So this is the Gia dress in a medium, and the print is called Animal. I just wanna make this very clear. I have the Isabelli dress here that I just took off. This print is called Animal. The one I'm wearing now, the Gia, this is also called Animal. But very clearly, one is black and white and one is brown and white, okay? So just make sure. They don't like differentiate that in the names on the website, but you can obviously see in the little like swatch. I'm obsessed with this dress. So I love this dress so much. I think one of the reasons I love it is obviously because it's long sleeved, so we don't have to worry about my arms. Nobody can even see them. I also love a good bell sleeve, you guys. This brings me right back to like when I was in college, and I thought I was so like, I was basically dressing like if Jenny Humphrey was like thinking about becoming a witch. Like, I wore so many bell sleeved pieces and like long kimonos. Like, I don't really know what I thought I was doing, but also it was like 2016, so I think that was just what everyone was doing. But I love that sort of like callback. It's sort of like 70s inspired. I love it. It's super fun. And I actually think, this sounds a little crazy, but I actually think this makes my boobs look pretty good. I tend to gravitate towards things that show off my boobs because that's a feature of myself that I quite like. But then I find that sometimes things that are higher cut like this actually flatter them a lot more than something that's like super low cut, you know? So the Gia doesn't have any zipper, it doesn't have any buttons, anything. You literally just throw it right on over your head. This is without a doubt the longest dress that I have from Realization. It literally like covers my toes, it goes all the way down, so maybe keep that in mind. But this is just my favorite dress. Like, I am so obsessed. I love this dress so much. It has enough extra fabric here. I feel like that you are able to pull it on over your head, but just keep that in mind when you're looking at the measurements and trying to figure out what your size is, that there's really nothing. You just put it on. I wore this dress once in the fall with just my platform jailbreaker boots, no coat obviously because it was just long sleeve. I have a really amazing video of me in an Uber, and they were blasting Late Night Talking by Harry Styles, and I was like leaning out the window of the Uber and I was like singing and screaming, and it's just me in a nutshell, you know? I definitely feel like I need to wear this dress again. It's just so comfortable, it's so flattering, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I take note of what other girls in New York are wearing when I'm out and about, when I'm at this club, that club, this bar, whatever. I'm always paying attention. More girls have this dress than like any of the other ones that I've shown. I've seen like 3 or 4 girls wearing this dress before, which like is kind of annoying because I never want to be wearing the same thing as someone else. And that's sort of like a fear of mine, which is stupid because like who cares? But I think it goes to show that this dress like looks really flattering on a lot of different people, a lot of different body types. And it's obviously very comfortable. You don't have to worry about any wardrobe malfunctions, if you know what I mean. Anyway, this one is clearly my favorite, and let's keep it moving because we still have a lot more to do. What a total departure from what I was just wearing. This dress is called the Lou, and I'm wearing it in a medium. This pattern is called Dandelion. This dress has been on the Realization website for a very long time, and it was another situation where, like the ivy that I previously mentioned, I saw it on the website. It wasn't really doing anything for me. I have to admit, I did like this cut here, and it kind of has like these little ruffles. Can you shut up? I'm talking about my clothes. But on the website, I felt like this pattern looked the cheapest out of any of the Realization patterns. And I just wonder if maybe it wasn't photographing well, because up close, the pattern is so beautiful. It's so intricate. I really love it. But what actually pushed me to purchase this dress was this past summer. Like I said, I was living out in East Hampton. I just needed more kind of summery, long dresses that I could be comfortable in to wear like out and about, running errands. I maybe got this at the same time that I got the ivy, but I was just kind of perusing and I was like, you know what? This dress does look pretty summery. I felt like it would look good with just like my Nike Air Force Ones or some flip-flops, and it sure does. I wasn't expecting that I would also like wearing it out at night. I ended up wearing it when my friend Sam was in town and we went to go get tacos and margaritas one night. It was like a random Wednesday. It was hot outside. It was like August, and I just threw this on with my little like heeled sandals and my white Prada bag, and that was that. So this dress has that tie in the back as well, but I'm not sure you're gonna be able to see that. It's actually thicker. Can you see that? It's more like a ribbon, I would say, than just like a skinny little silk tie. This dress is the same length, I would say, as the Scarlet dress, maybe slightly longer. It's basically like mid-calf. It goes like a little bit past your knees. Maybe we can say it's in between a longer dress like the Ivy and the Scarlet, which is knee length, and I guess this one we can say is maybe like mid-calf. They all have the same little like flirty, fluttery little hemline, which I just really like and I think is super flattering regardless of how long it is. I wear it like this. This is just where it's the most comfortable for me, but you can like definitely wear it off the shoulder. I don't feel like this is super comfortable, but you definitely could do it. I just feel like I need to reiterate the pattern is a lot more beautiful in real life. It's like little hand-drawn flowers. It's a really pretty blue with a black and a sort of like taupey color. I'm not sure if I see this being as versatile in like the fall and winter. Like I really just think this has to be one of those dresses that's for a spring night out, drinks with your gals, date night, whatever, or summer, daytime, sneakers, brunch with your parents. I don't know. You get the idea. I am very happy with this one. It's just like, I think not as versatile for nighttime as all of the other dresses are, but that's fine. A nice designated daytime dress I think is fine. This is the last dress. We're almost done. It's not the last piece, but it's the last dress, so we're making progress. You guys, have I got a story about this dress? Have I got a story for you? This is the Christie dress in chocolate. It's a size large. This is the only dress in this video that is a large. As I mentioned in part 1, I have the Christie dress in tiger. I first bought it in a medium. It was so like tight here around my boobs that I literally had a panic attack and my friend had to help me take it off. It was bad. So then I ended up ordering it in a large. It fits across my chest way more comfortably, but it's sort of like, I don't know, it comes out a little bit on the sides here. It's a stiffer silk, as I learned from one of my commenters in the previous video, so thank you for explaining that to me. It's like a different type of silk. Yeah, it's just stiffer, it's like more structured. I did find that I would wear that Christie dress in tiger quite a lot, especially when it's super hot out. And in New York in like August, it can be just disgusting outside. But this feels incredibly comfortable because it's like you're barely wearing anything. Just put on some chunky sneakers and like run out the door and you're fine. Even though this dress is quite short, it does have a lining here and the silk is a lot stiffer. So I think that kind of helps to make it feel a little bit more secure. Obviously you can see it covers my butt perfectly fine. So I did think to myself, like, I want to get this dress in another color, and I've been leaning into more browns over the past couple of years, so I decided let me get it in this chocolate color. I think with my like blonde hair it'll look really nice. I got some great photos in this dress. I will insert them, you will be able to see. But then then, this was, I think it was over the summer. Yeah, it must have been. This was the dress that I was wearing when I fell down the stairs at Butterfly Room and then was bleeding out of my teeth.
Oh, yeah.
This is the dress. And the reason I fell is because my Naked Wolf shoes, the pink Jada platforms, they broke. They just broke. They broke, but like the strap was still attached to my ankle. So I tumbled down the stairs and I was wearing this little mini tiny dress. And I wasn't wearing anything underneath it because I don't wear anything under any of my realization dresses because I hate lines. I don't want to see the lines. I just want it to fit nicely. Just imagine me wearing this little slip of a thing and tumbling down essentially 2 flights of stairs. Like, I'm sorry. I can laugh about it now, but like truly nothing short of traumatizing. Yeah. Professional party girl here, you know? Anyway, haven't worn this dress since. It's not the dress's fault. It was the shoe's fault. It does have that memory attached now. It was a very traumatic moment of 2022 for me. Okay, I'm gonna try to get serious right now. I will say, out of any of the realization dresses, these sort of like stiffer cuts I feel like are probably the most flattering on, I'm just gonna say it, really, really, really skinny girls. It doesn't really do anything for my boobs. I don't really think it accentuates my waist in any way. It's kind of just a dress. Like, it's kind of just, whoop, you know what I mean? I mean, it's comfortable. I'm glad that I have it. The skinny straps are like supportive. There's a zipper here on the side. It feels like pretty structured right here. I definitely should steam it again. I would say if you're looking for like a basic going out dress from Realization, I would say the Christie is probably the most popular because this dress also comes in like a white cream color. It comes in red, which I know a lot of people love red. I don't. It also comes in black, obviously. It comes in that tiger print. It comes in brown. So I think that this is sort of what people would think of as like, you know, if I'm gonna spend almost $200 on a dress and I want it to be super, super versatile and like go with everything and be able to be worn a ton of times, I think this is something that a lot of people would probably recommend. But what I would recommend instead is the dress that I showed first, the Roxy, which I have in Black Dragon, but also comes in Red Dragon, or the Isabelli. I think those two dresses, they're the same sort of like short, flirty, you know, easy to dress up or down, perfect date night dress, perfect night out with the girls dress, whatever. But I just feel like those cuts are a bit more flattering. They're more comfortable because they're not like this stiff sort of fabric. That's my personal recommendation, but I know that this dress is very popular and has been on their website for a very long time. So I'm gonna take this off now because the trauma is like seeping into my skin. So let's move on. Listen, I love you guys, but I'm not gonna do all these buttons. I'm just not, I can't. Look at my nails, look at my burned little finger. I'm tired, this has been a long video. I'm not gonna button this up. Imagine it buttoned up, okay? I also think I have some really good photos in this recently, which of course I will insert. This is the Kaia top in Tiger, and it is in a medium. I showed in the previous video, in part 1, that I have the Kaia in the Voodoo print, and I was so blown away by how beautiful and flattering that top is. The Kaia top in Voodoo and the Cookies skirt in Voodoo are without a doubt my most worn pieces. They're black, go with everything. They have a beautiful intricate pattern. They're incredibly flattering. I wear them together a lot. I wear them as separates. I could go on and on. So anyway, I knew that this top existed, this cut, the Kaia, right, in a tiger, but it's not something that they currently sell on the Realization website. So I'm 99% sure that I got this off of the Real. I like hunted for it for a very long time. I obviously knew what my size was from the other one that I have, and I was able to find it. I always make sure, like, I'm not gonna buy anything from the Real or Poshmark or whatever it is if it's over what the original price would have been. So it was definitely cheaper. I wanna say it was like $70 or $80. I'm super happy with it. I'm currently wearing it with another piece. We'll get into that in a second. Just to give you an idea of what this top looks like with a full outfit. I wore this top, I think, oh, I know when I wore this top. I wore this top, not me like remembering all the like traumatic moments of 2022 associated with when I wore the Realization pieces. I wore this top at the end of August with a denim mini skirt and just like regular heels or whatever. And that was kind of more of a like summer into fall moment. And then I wore it maybe a couple of weeks ago with, I think, my black Realization skirt, fishnets and boots or something like that. I think it's very easy to wear it a lot of different ways. You could could wear this with jeans for something a little bit more casual. You can obviously wear it with a skirt like I am now. I love this tiger print. I love that it's sort of like ombre. I think it makes it look a little bit more elevated than if it were just like all one color. I like how it has the little buttons here and it cinches in. The sleeves like appear to be a little bit bigger. Obviously it cinches in very nicely here if I were to have the patience to button it. I will say, when you come home at 4 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning, I don't know who would do that, but if that were you, and then you're like trying to unbutton these buttons at that time, it's very annoying. It's like really, really effing annoying, just so you know. So just maybe keep that in mind. Something else that I noted in my previous video, I have this pattern, the tiger, in the Vivian dress, which is this exact cut at the top, but it's like a long dress. And it's a different material. It's like a different silk. But these are very early pieces in Realization's history. So I think they like started using a different silk. It's more breathable. Feels like a little bit thinner. That's why I wore it like in August, because it's like super light and breezy. And yeah, here she is. Now let's talk about the skirt. So this is the Joni in black velvet. I have this skirt in a medium. Most of my skirts from Realization are a medium, but because this is a velvet material and it has a little zipper on the side, it's not as forgiving. It's not stretchy at all. And it's sort of digs in a little bit. That could be my fault for not being very snatched at the moment. Just something to keep in mind. It's not really as comfortable as the other skirts that I have from Realization. Obviously you can see it goes all the way down to the floor. I would say it's not as long as like my Gia dress is, but it's just as long as the Marie or the Ivy dress. I actually, not to be like a total downer, but I actually wore this to my grandmother's funeral when I was home in Chicago, and it was an unbelievably freezing day. It was like 4 degrees and we obviously had to be outside and at the cemetery and all this. I chose this because it was super long, the velvet was warm, and I still felt like, you know, I looked good, I looked put together. I feel like this would maybe be the most versatile piece if you work like a corporate job. I don't. If you work a corporate job, or if you find yourself in a lot of scenarios where you need to like dress up and really look nice, I think this is a great piece to have. I don't see it being worn at all in the spring and summer months because I just don't think velvet is something that anyone is wearing in the spring or summer. Certainly throughout fall and winter. Oh, I did also wear it. I wore it out one night with like, oh, I forgot about that. I just go out so much I don't even remember. And like I said, professional party girl. I wore this out to the Garrett East and I was wearing a Skims bodysuit and this long velvet skirt and Zara leather jacket and platform boots. It was a really great way to sort of wear an all black outfit that was very comfy, but I was like mixing black textures to kind of make the outfit more interesting. So knowing how often I wear black, pairing different black textures together is what I think can kind of help elevate your outfits and make them look a little bit more thought out than just like you're wearing all black. You know what I mean? I do recommend the skirt. I just maybe would pay extra attention to the measurements. It's a little snug. The sun is literally setting. Okay, I'm trying. Before we get into the more casual things that I have to show, let's talk very quickly about this black skirt that I am now wearing. This is the Naomi. The print is called Romance. This is a midi skirt, so in terms of length, it's between the Joni skirt that I just had on and the Cookies mini skirt that I showed in part 1. It has this really interesting pattern here that I'm gonna try and show you guys. I think from afar, it kind of looks like an animal print or almost like a snake print. If you look up close, it's actually tiny little hearts of different shapes facing different directions, hence why it's called Romance. I think that's such a sweet detail and it makes it just that much more interesting and special. I got this skirt not too long after the Cookies skirt. I realized really quickly that the Cookies skirt was one of my most worn pieces, not just from Realization, but like in general. I'm doing a closet essentials video coming up pretty soon, and that is like a huge feature of the video is the Cookies skirt. But there are times when I don't want to wear a little mini skirt and I want to wear something that covers me a little bit more. I knew that the Naomi came in that, what's it called, Wild Thing, that animal print, and that's like the animal print midi skirt that everyone was making fun of on Instagram a couple of years ago. Honestly, at this point, it was probably like 6 years ago. But I didn't realize that at one point it had come in this black romance pattern. I dug through the depths of the Realization Part Instagram and I saw that it was there. I saw it pop up on the Real a couple of times, but it was never in my size. And then one day I saw it in a medium Instagram, and so I snatched it. I'm super happy with it. It has the elastic waist, just like the cookie skirt has. I will say it's a little difficult to get on over my butt. Like I basically have to like, you know, make myself as sucked in as possible and not move. But then once it's on, it's very, very comfortable. It sits perfectly right on my waist. It's definitely very versatile. I've worn it with like really pretty tops. I've worn it with just like a t-shirt. I think you could pretty much get away with this in any season. A bit difficult to track down since it looks like they don't make it anymore, but if you somehow can, I feel like this midi skirt and the Cookies mini skirt are probably your best bets for pieces that you can get like a shit ton of use out of. Okay, we're almost done. I'm very excited. This was a summer purchase for sure. This is the baby tank in pink, obviously. This is a size small. In all of my casual tops from Realization, I'm a small. In the majority of the other pieces, I'm a medium. In the Christy dress, I'm a large. So just keep that in mind, like it can kind of go all over the place. But again, as a 34D, like I don't have huge boobs, so the smalls kind of just fit me the best. These tops, I believe, are like, I want to say 2 for $79, which is like, obviously when you do the math, that's still a lot of money for a tank top. Like I'm not dumb, I know that. Is it pretty good quality? Yes. It's like thicker material than something that you're gonna find at just like Brandy Melville or whatever. I think the cut is flattering. I really like the shade of pink. It has like a tiny little R right here for Realization, their little like logo thing. You know, at the end of the day, I like representing the brands that I love. So when I was kind of looking for some more basics to throw into my wardrobe over the summer, I decided to do the 2 for $79. I think that's what it is, 2 for $79. Don't be mad at me that I did not try this on. It is literally the exact same thing, but I also got it in the chocolate. It's the same exact thing. Chocolate and pink. It has the little R right there. It comes in other colors. It comes in a couple of striped patterns, which I quite like. The striped ones are not like 2 for whatever. It's only the plain ones, but it comes in black, white, maybe a couple other colors. I can't remember. It has sort of like thicker straps, this thick band that goes all the way around. I feel like it's the perfect cropped length. Obviously you can see it's not like up here. It's not too long. I think it hits just right. I wore this out one night with a like hot pink tiger print skirt that I have from IMGA. I also will wear this like running errands in my like Adidas shorts. You can wear it with jeans obviously and like a blazer, a leather jacket, whatever. They're very versatile. Are they overpriced? I mean, yeah, I'm still happy with them. So, oh my god, it's the last item. I'm so happy. This video really took forever. I am sufficiently shamed for how much money I've spent on Realization in literally the last year. And I am not being paid to say any of this. Honestly, this is weirdly one of my like favorite t-shirts. This is the real tie-dye logo tee, size small in Lagoon. Literally, I just bought this because, again, over the summer, I was looking for some more basics and I saw a bunch of people wearing this on my Instagram and I was always super drawn to it. I think I'm always drawn to anything that's this sort of blue color because as a blonde with pale skin and blue eyes, I find that this is super flattering on me. I think it's like a cute way to kind of like support them and represent them even when I am not wearing one of the dresses and when I want to be a little bit more casual. I also really love my Zodiac t-shirt, which I showed in the previous video. Also a size small, the one that says Pisces on it. I get a ton of wear out of it. I think it's because it has the perfect length. I'm obviously wearing sweatpants because we don't care anymore. We have reached the end of the video. But yeah, I think the length of it is really nice and it's super comfortable. I'm really happy with this one. Slightly overpriced for like a t-shirt, maybe. But again, it's really good quality. It's thick, much thicker than something you would find at like Brandy. I mostly just wear it in sort of a casual way. Like in the summer, I was wearing it with my white aloe tennis skirt. I'll wear it with these like Nike sweatpants. But you can dress it up if you want and wear like jeans and a leather jacket and like have like a little cool girl moment. I don't know if I would recommend you spend your money on this specifically, but I really like it and it makes me happy when I put it on. So there's that. Anyway, that's it for this video. Oh my god, I'm out of breath. I need to like sit down. It's really hard work being a shopaholic. But no, obviously, if you guys have any questions about any of the pieces that I mentioned, about Realization part in general, please leave them in the comments. I do my best to respond to everything. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out part 1, which I will have linked down below if you haven't watched it already. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Instagram to see how I style all of these many pieces over and over again. That's one thing about me. Obviously, I spend a lot of money on this stuff, but just one scroll through my Instagram, you'll see how often I rewear the things that I love. I don't believe in wearing something once. Like, wear it over and over again, reinvent it. Clothes are meant to be worn. If you need some inspiration, head to my Instagram. All right, that's it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, kisses.